Hey gang, what's up? Welcome back to another edition here of Intuitive Angling. Much appreciated you guys making some time out of your day to watch the video. I know you guys could be doing a bunch of other stuff, so sharing a few minutes with me here is much appreciated. Thank you very much. Today, I'm going to give you guys some tips and advice on one of my favorite summertime buzz baits, and that's using an 1/8 ounce buzzer. I think that probably 95% of the guys out there don't even own an 1/8 ounce buzzer. Most people use the 3/8 or 1/2 ounce most of the time, and I'm going to show you guys why an 1/8 ounce buzzer is really my favorite buzzer, period. I've caught more good fish on an 1/8 ounce buzzer than any other buzz bait that I fish, and I'm going to give you guys some tips and advice on when to fish them, because we're right in the middle of the best time of year for these little bitty buzzers. Real quick, I just want to remind you guys, this is the last week for the Christmas and July sale at Baitworks. 20% off on any Zoom product in the store. They got every Zoom product you could possibly want. I'll include the link in the description. If you use that link, you can get you 20% off, and you can also get your block of old school jigs there, and just anything you need to catch fish with is there. Much appreciated. Okay guys, let's get into this. First of all, I'm going to show you the difference here. This is the 1/2 ounce Jamaican boa megabass buzz bait that I really like here. Fairly large bait. And this is the little 1/8 ounce model here. Look at the difference on the blade size there. Actually, it looks a little bit bigger. I've got the Z-Craw worm as a trailer on this thing right here. If you put a skirt on it, it makes it a little bit more diminutive looking, but I really like the Z-Craw worm in the summertime. It's got a really good action on it. Most of the time I prefer a skirt, but this time of year, you know, sometimes I like the Z-Craw worm on there. But here's just the size comparison I wanted to show before I get into this. So here's what you got here, guys. One of the reasons I'll sort of go into my philosophy on why the 1/8 ounce works. First of all, in the summertime of the year, this is the time of year where the threadfin and gizzard shad are the smallest. It's like a lot of these shad have spawned like in May and June. That's when you have a big shad spawn around the country. And by this month, you know, a couple of months into it, these shad are small. They're like an inch and about an inch big, maybe not even an inch big, depending upon when they spawned. And that makes, to me, in the summertime of the year, when you start getting into August, I catch a lot more fish power fishing with downsized baits. I'll still fish shallow water, but I'll downsize my baits. And the downsizing I do is go to this little 1/8 ounce buzzer here. This is a very subtle, quiet bait. I usually adjust it where it doesn't clack on the head there. I think this is a lunker lure buzzer. I'm not even sure. A lot of different companies make an 1/8 ounce, but I don't want it clacking on the head because I want the subtlety of the small blade turning on there. It's just, it's just a real subtle, very subtle sound that the thing makes. And the areas that this thing shine in is extremely shallow water. Hot, shallow water with the diminutive size and the subtle noise on it. I catch a lot of good fish around any type of bank vegetation. You know, it can be water willows, gator grass, it can be shallow milfoil, shallow hydrilla, lily pads. It's really good in shallow vegetation. It's also good early and late in the day on any riprap banks, like bridge ripraps, you know, ripraps behind boat docks, that type of stuff. Around boat ramps is real good right off the bat, early in the morning, late in the day, or around any type of shallow wood cover in really shallow water. The key to this bait, though, is you've got to have fairly calm conditions with it. I like some type of just a calm condition, lower light conditions, early in the morning, late in the evening, and just fish this thing in shallow water. Same place you'd fish a swim jig, something like that. I still throw it on pretty big line. Fish it on 25-pound test Seaguar and Vizex line, usually like a 7-foot medium heavy action bait casting rod, and just fish it with some type of a medium to medium fast stop and go retrieve. In the hotter water, I like to fish it a little bit faster. But anyway, guys, the main thing about it is just go small. Like I said, a lot of you guys out there that fish the 1/2 ounce and 3/4 ounce all the time, until you try one of these little 1/8 ounce ones, you'll never realize how good they are. I remember we were at a tournament at a Kentucky lake. It was a late June tournament years ago. Water was pretty hot. It'd been a hot summer like that. And at Kentucky Lake and Lake Barkley both, there's a lot of, especially on Lake Barkley, you have some of this what's called gator grass. It's like floating grass. And there was some of this gator grass in that real shallow water over there. And I could see the fish hitting shad in there. I tried a swim jig on them. I pitched and flipped around through a spinner bait, didn't do any good. And I finally picked up this little 1/8 ounce buzzer and just started whacking the big ones on it. I caught, several 4-pounders, one about 6. It was just the buzzer, the subtle sound of that. So give it a try, guys. You can order some small buzzers there also at Baitworks there, link in the description. And let me know how it goes for you. I think you guys will catch some good fish on it if you start throwing them. Thanks again, much appreciated. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and the notification button. Much appreciated. Talk later.